All right, welcome to the July 2026 edition of the McKinney Amateur Radio Club meeting. If you have not checked in yet, please do so now. You should have received an email from Ham Club Online for the check-in. The check-in code is 6 Delta, so please do that. If you did not get an email, or if you're a first-time club member or a guest, we've got a check-in tablet up here where you can come up here and check in. Okay, if you all would, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. All right, so the VE report. David, man, you had an impact on these people. So we had 3 people test at field day. Look at that. We've got 2 new extras and a new technician. Jeannie is right over here. That is Chad's wife. So congrats on that. When you getting your general, Jeannie? February 31st? I am not familiar with that date. I ask my wife all the time when she's getting her general. David, you can work on Melinda for a little while too, please.
But thanks to the VE team.
Yes, absolutely. VE team does a great job, so thank you all. Okay. Yeah, just a couple of pictures. This was at field day. Look at those happy people. In matching shirts. Okay. Oh. You're famous now, Jeannie. Repeater update. Ron, come on up, sir.
Well, I'm Ron, WW2, CBI, COM Director. I'm glad the Treasury's doing well. We're spending a little bit of it. Okay, so repeater report. The top one is the Melissa repeater, the UHF. Most of you probably know that we turned it off just a few days ago. It's going to be off for a few weeks. AT&T now has their cellular antennas back up on the tower, and they're decommissioning the temporary pole, which we were on. They pulled our antenna down, and the Heliax is next. And as soon as they're done, then T-Mobile rolls in, and they put their gear up, commission it, take their temporary pole down. Then the town comes in, and they're going to reinstall our antenna through their subcontractor. So the carriers aren't going to be touching our equipment. Once they get our antenna up and pull the Heliax, then we'll finish pulling the Heliax through the conduit that we installed, get it in the hut, terminate it, bring everything back up online. So that's pretty exciting. Everything seems to be working out. Just as a historical note, that was a 4-week project that was planned in December and had to be done by January 31st of this year, not next year. So one way of looking at it is that they're ahead of schedule about 5 months. So next one is 75380 right here. It's doing fine, no issues. Custer, Virginia, it's waiting in line. New Hope, that's our UHF. At the KTNO AM station, and I've asked again for a status update. I'm not getting a lot of response from the Director of Engineering yet, so I need to find out what's going on there. And then the big project is Fairview, and the key item on my agenda was to do a second climb, because the first climb, it was windy. He didn't want to open the hatch. For various reasons about the hatch. This time, we did the climb. There was basically no wind. We got up, got photos, found out what we wanted to know, and so I'm really, I've calmed down. I was pretty nervous because, you know, there's a lot of infrastructure up there. There's revenue generating carriers. You don't want to mess around. So that's all great. So good results there. We're staging materials right now in the container. We have the antennas and heliacs. I'll be testing the antennas, setting up some test setups in the next few weeks.
Did anybody have fun at field day? Awesome. I know I did. Awesome field day this year. And thank you. Because of y'all, it was awesome. I mean, what a group that pitched in. Everybody did something. Some of y'all did a lot. Some of y'all did what you could. It was just amazing. So, what did we miss here? I skipped one. Where'd you? Oh, well. Anyway, before I jump into field day, I want to go over the T-shirts. He talked about T-shirts a while ago at expense on T-shirts. We did make money on the T-shirts. I didn't want you to think that was a loss for the club. We sold 62 shirts. We gave one to Jeff Rupp since he was the designer this year. That's become our tradition. Whoever designs a shirt gets a free one. So 63 shirts. Yeah. And unfortunately, Jeff took a fall and couldn't join us at field day and see all the shirts. You'll see them in the picture, sir. But $25 per shirt. We had some folks pay cash, some folks pay Square, some folks paid by PayPal, which I think increased the number of shirts that were sold this year. We sold 33 last year, so I've made it more convenient for you. With Square and PayPal, there was a little fee for each transaction, and it depended on if it was Square, it depended on if it was PayPal. It depended on what credit card you use. So some of it was 99 cents, some was $1.13. It was just a little bit all over the place. But the long and short of it is we came in with just a little under, it looked like $380 to the positive to the club through the sale of T-shirts. So just under $400 positive. So that's a good deal. So again, a very healthy financial wise clubs. There's clubs jealous of us out there. Well, let's get on to field day. There it is. Plenty of setup and takedown. I mean, Dave's not here, but he commented that's the quickest setup on those towers we've ever done on field day. Boom, 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 they were up and safely up, and just awesome job that y'all did. And you just saw the VE testing success with Dave and his crew. Thanks to the VE crew. I think the nicer temperature in the VE testing area helped a lot, and having your own room helped a lot. So that was awesome. Did anybody get hungry out there? I don't think so.
Getting hungry and leaving hungry.
Exactly. Yeah, there you go. That's a good point. So great breakfast, great lunch. The chili cook-off was a success. We had 8 different kinds of chili, and they were all a little different. Okay, thank you. They're all a little different, but we still have not settled that age-old question of beans or no beans, because the winner that I thought tasted really good, and I'm a no beans guy, but the winner had beans in it. So it wasn't a lot of beans, but there was beans in it, but it was good. And the most outstanding player this year was the air conditioner unit in the place. So for those of you that's been out at the Hilltop in the last couple of places where we've done it before, you know, at the end of field day, you're just exhausted. I mean, just blah from just sitting there in the heat. So this year, I was tired, but not like last year. So it was awesome. And a lot more comfortable inside. Our recap, our QSO count, CW, boom, way up there. And we had some guys that came out, stars. Thanks to Jim and thanks to Larry for getting the CW operations going on. Every time I looked over in that corner, it was just a ditting and a dawing and a whole bunch of people over there, different people going, so it was great. We had 505, digital 257, and phone 1033. You can compare that to last year. Total QSO count was 1795 against 1453 last year. Our digital and phone was a little bit more last year. And Brand's not here tonight, but we just didn't have that one last push from Brand because he had to get out there and do a satellite contact right at the end. So I don't know. He could have probably knocked out 100 or 2 there at the end, but It was awesome. Everything worked. Those 200 amp hour batteries worked. The one on the FT8 station on the digital station died about an hour before the end. So we drained a 200 amp hour battery out there doing that. So, but we still got a few more contacts in after that. So awesome. And Brand got a satellite on Sunday. So yeah, Sunday he worked stationed off the ISS. So that counts. That is, if you could see that, kind of a graph with the different colors of the digital and CW and all that. The main thing is it never touched bottom. There was no period of time at all where no QSOs were being made. So you could see at the beginning, boom, it starts off with a boom at 1 o'clock, and then we eat, and then it comes back up, and then it gets dark, and then it gets late, and then it's a big kick at the end. But there was no time, and last year we had a couple of times where it touched zero for a little bit, and they came back up. So, but y'all were busy. Y'all kept the airwaves going. You kept the antennas going. Kind of a breakdown on where they were. We got some 80 meter contacts on CW. Digital, we got some 6 meter contacts. We had a nice little 6 meter opening right at the beginning of field day and got 19 6 meters. We got the satellite, as you said, and so we worked everything from 6 meters to every meters plus a satellite, and it's all pretty well. Of course, 20 meters is our bread and butter. I mean, that's where everybody's at for field day. That's where it's packed. That's where we got most of our stuff, but just a good spread out there this year. Last year, no 6, no 80 meters, so that's a good thing for this year. We worked every section in the U.S. except for the Virgin Islands. Never heard them. Dick, your friend, was never there, so you need to chastise him for that. Yep. And then we worked everything in Canada except for the 2 northern sections. Last year, we were a couple of sections short of that, so we covered a whole lot more this year than we did last year. And then we had 10 DX entities. Alaska, Hawaii, and Puerto Rico count as DX. We also got Spain, the Czech Republic, Germany, England, Madeira Island off the coast of Africa, Portugal, and Ukraine. So we got a lot more European stations this year. Last year, we got some Australia, New Zealand. I think we got a Japan station or 2. So we got a lot more east this year than west last year. So a little different propagation this year. And the propagation wasn't quite as good to begin with this year, but I think once people got on the air, it warmed up those airwaves, right? Is that what happens? I think it has something to do with it. But what a pretty map. We got bonus points for running on 100% emergency power. That was our batteries for the transmitters and the battery for the computer that controlled the digital station. We're in a public location, a little less traveled than Irwin Park, but still good. We had some visitors from the trailer park. Some of those folks were scared of us too, but they asked Lance who we were after it was over, and he's like, "Man, y'all should have come over." But we had a public information table, so right as you came in, as you signed in, we had some information. CW crew got the W1AW field day message for us. That's a first. Yep, Jim got that for us. Thank you. So that's 100 points. Natural power QSO, so we recharged those batteries with solar power. It took a long time after it was over, but it worked. We had site visit by elected officials. The mayor of Fairview and the mayor pro tem of Fairview came by to see how we were doing. It was pretty good showing for them. I think they were impressed with us, and thank you for arranging that, Dick. The educational activity, you could see John there talking about Steve and Martin and all those other guys that are out there being hunted, the fox hunt, so I think that was quite well. If you can see it in the side over here, there's a dad and a young man there, both in a light blue shirt. They just got their ticket, and they looked on the ARRL website for a field day site, and they came out to ours. And I think they were pretty impressed, so hopefully we get them to the meetings. That'd be great. Roy was our safety officer. Where are you, Roy? Thank you. Had his steel-toed flip-flops on. We got points for that satellite QSO, and then we get 50 points for doing it via the web, so that goes in there. So you put all those points together, our claim score, so just the club score, is 51-14 compared to 35-68 last year. That's just the club score. As y'all, for folks that work things from home and attribute it to the McKinney Amateur Radio Club, that'll come together, and they'll publish everything in December. As you can see, last year, the club and member score was 4918, so you can see what an addition that makes when we have people working from home. That gives us points, so I expect that to go up. But what an awesome score this year! What a good time! I mean, it's just a great field day. Lance, you still have a job, right? Okay, maybe we can come back next year. So far. All right, we have to mop the floor or something like that. Y'all have to place immaculate too, so that was great. So that was awesome. We had 49 club members present, 19 visitors that signed in. I know there was a couple that maybe didn't. We had 5 youth. We didn't get any youth on the air that I saw. I might have missed one, but that would have been good. So we'll work on that next year. A lot of fun there. Jeff, look at all them T-shirts with your design on them in that picture. There you go. A lot of good help getting the towers up very safely. Never any accidents. Yeah. The hard hats. Thank you, Jerry, for getting those done. Is it Northern Tool that did that? Northern Tool donated those hard hats, and I'll get you some pictures you can send to them. That'd be great. Let them know that we've actually used them and for setup and for takedown. Good times by all. I got a picture of Dave smiling, which is rare. Yeah, LPO. Yeah, well, yeah, the other one, he's just operating, so, but Daniel's there operating, so good job. Got the CW crew over there, old Larry over there logging, and Jim operating, and just every time I looked over, there was a group, and just more people kept coming in that Jim brought us to operate CW, so it's quite a nice addition. The president and first lady down there in the corner operating and getting along well. I don't think they argued much. And Sid working on some CW. Brand got us our satellite. Josh, did you have a good time? There you go. Josh was there all night with us. You see in the door back there, it's dark. He drank quite a bit of coffee, but he stayed with us. Little Operation Tim and his family down there in the corner. And then in the top right corner, you can see it's a little small, but that was that area with the couch and the nice chairs and the big TV. That became kind of a focal point that we were able to put up on that TV the current score, the map, the logging and all that stuff. And I think y'all really got a kick out of watching that. I mean, it just mesmerized. I'd go over and sit and watch it and just watch the QSOs pop up and the map. Yeah. Oh, every time a new section would light up and all that. Northern New York. That was the last one we got for the U.S. I don't get it because we got them early last year. Wyoming last year was the hard one to get, but Northern New York, that was our last one to fill in besides Virgin Islands.
Hey, Mike?
Yes, sir.
I took pictures of that monitor and I was sending them to my wife.
Oh, cool.
No interest in ham radio. She will get her license in February.
Yeah.
She was like pounding me like, hey, you're missing a state. You're missing this.
So she got into it.
Yeah, she got into it.
Did you tell her it's not a contest?
I did that.
That's cool. That's awesome. That's cool. And there y'all are. What a great picture of those towers up there. Had a good time. So, any questions? Any thoughts? If you want to know what your count was, I put some out on Discord, but I've got the whole packet here. After the meeting, we can go over it, we can look at it, and kind of drill down. That drills down into some pretty good numbers, so if you want to see what you did. But what a great deal. Again, everybody jumped in. Everybody had a good time, contributed. It was good to see folks coming in and out. And what an awesome showing, and I think we put on a fantastic field day. We set up, as I told the Mayor Pro Tem of Fairview, we set up a robust temporary station. We're there 24 hours, and we can operate, and that shows that we could do what we could do in an emergency situation if we had to. We've got an antenna that goes up quick. We've got Doc's trailer antenna. Thank you very much, Doc. That was awesome for the CW station. And we've got our tower antennas that take a little bit more if we're going to be there a little while. We could do it, and we've proven we can do it. And thanks to everybody that pitched in.
Thank you, Mike. Okay. Oh, this is coming up. I'm going to really enjoy this one. It's Balin, not Balin, right? It's like, yeah. My hooked on Pahonics would call this Balin, but no, I think it's Balin. Balin Basics with Tom Kim. Tom is a certified genius back there on all things antennas and electronics, and he will enlighten you with any kind of questions that you might have, and some demonstrations on this stuff. This is Saturday, not this coming Saturday, but the following Saturday at McKinney Fire Department number 7 off of Independence Parkway. So does people have to sign up for this?
No, you don't. In fact, I've heard that some people from Plano and possibly the MARC Club may be coming. So wear your name badge and introduce yourself, please.
Okay, for those on Zoom, we may have visitors from other surrounding clubs and entities come. So yeah, please show up. Please show up with your name badges on. This will be exciting because I've been wanting to build some of these too. I bought some that are pre-built, but I would like to get a better understanding of how to build my own and maybe improve on it as well. It will be recorded, right? Chad, believe you're going to record it? Okay, awesome. All right, everybody, sit down, relax. Okay, we're going to turn this over to HamThreads, and they're going to talk for a little bit and then give us all plenty of time to browse and buy. For some reason, my hat is sitting right there, and I'm walking home with that tonight. So, okay, all right, you guys got it?
All right.
$35.
Exactly.
I like this guy. You come and work for us. Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for allowing us and inviting us to be here. My name is Bob Crane, KI5RAC, and my wife, Diane.
KI5IMP.
And we are the owner-operator of HamThreads. Little bit of background. We purchased HamThreads from the original owner, who started it as a retirement gig. He originally lived in Michigan, moved to Texas. He was turning 80 the year, and he decided he really wanted to retire. We already had an embroidery business, and so we came to an agreement and purchased HamThreads from him and been doing it ever since. At the time, neither one of us had an amateur radio license. We didn't know anything about it. We knew embroidery. How hard can it be, right? After about a year, we kind of talked to each other a little bit. Once in a while, said, we probably ought to get our license so we understand a little bit about this hobby. Mm-hmm. We didn't do it right away. But what shamed us into it is we were at a Hamfest, and there was an 11-year-old who passed their test.
Yep.
Oh, if an 11-year-old can do it, we can do it.
Yeah.
So we got our license. In fact, we came over here to take our technician exam.
This is where we took it, yeah.
In McKinney.
Yep.
What year was that? 2020.
20.
So, and it's been just loads of fun since then.
Yep.
We do attend lots of different Hamfests. We do a lot of online business. We like working with clubs. We have your club logo available to stitch on any item. One thing we do to encourage club participation in our business is anything you order with the club logo, we discount it by an additional 10%. So the prices you see here, if you order it with your club logo, take another 10% off. The other thing we're doing tonight is any orders that are placed tonight, let me back up. Normally if you order, we charge shipping, of course, we have to do that. And it's based on the dollar amount of sales, somewhere between $8 and $15. Anything ordered tonight, we're going to charge $2 for shipping, and everything is going to go in one package to Lance, whoever Lance gets. Lance volunteers. So y'all heard it here. He's going to get a big box of stuff and distribute it. If you don't get your item, he's the one to talk to. That's Lance, Lance. We do not have everything we offer on display here. We stuck with the kind of the lighter weight stuff. It's 95 degrees out. Nobody wants to buy a big heavy safety jacket, I don't think. But We do have them samples with us. If you're interested in something heavier, let us know. We'll pull it out and can show it to you. Safety vests, if you want a safety vest that's not customized, we have some blank safety vests here, but we can certainly customize it and ship it to you. Club logo, name and call, other designs, get creative. It's pretty amazing what people come up with. A dragonfly, we had a lady
Yep.
want, a
Yep,
dragonfly.
yep.
So we found a design and did it. Hold up the t-shirt there, the sub-shirt. One thing we have gotten into, in addition to the embroidery, is a technique called sublimation printing. And this is just a sample. It's a rival club, so. But we can print in much finer detail than we can embroider. The one drawback or consideration is we have to print on a very high polyester count product. No less than 75% polyester. Some people don't like polyester. And it has to be a light color. But that's an option if you want to do that. We also, rather than screen printing safety vests, we can sublimation print on the back of those custom words. Using sublimation printing, we can do one. If we screen print it, we work with the screen printer, they have to have at least 24. And so that gives us some flexibility. What else do you want to add? If you have any serious questions, I'll have the boss talk about it. But Diane is the brains of the organization. She does all the embroidery. I do whatever she tells me. Happy wife, happy life. So, happy wife, happy life. I'm sticking with that story. Anything else you want to add?
No,
Did I
we're
miss
just,
anything?
we're just really happy to be invited, and thank you for having us. It's going to be about 4 weeks. We're going out of town on Sunday for a trip. We have, besides the ham radio, we have a lot of other embroidery stuff that we do. One of them is we volunteer for the Kairos Prison Ministry International. We've been with that organization for about 20 years. And we have a license agreement with them. They allow us to do their licensed merchandise. So we travel around for events for that as well. And this year they're having their 50th anniversary. And they started in Florida, so they're having their 50th anniversary conference in Florida. So we're going to drive to Florida with a whole truckload full of stuff and have a great couple weeks. So
And
we're going to be.
not bringing the embroidery machine with us. So.
No, we're not bringing the machine with us. So it'll be about 4 weeks before we can do whatever we take tonight. Our normal turnaround time is 2 to 4 weeks anyway. So.
We
Yeah.
will try to have everything done into Lance for your next meeting, which is in exactly 4 weeks. So we'll try to do that. Anything else?
No.
Please come up, take a look, browse around,
Oh, yep,
ask questions.
I can get youth hats that are slightly smaller. Yeah. I don't have any with me to show you, but.
Do you have to buy 20 of them?
Oh, no.
Other questions?
Let's do this, guys, so I don't want to have to stop in the middle of your shopping to end the meeting. Let's go ahead and finish out the meeting, and then we'll have plenty of time to shop and talk to Bob and Diane, and so they can take your hard-earned money and give you some really good stuff. Is that okay with everybody? Yeah. All right, awesome. All right, so let's go ahead and finish up the meeting here. All right. Do we have any new business to bring before the club for the meeting tonight? Dick?
Would you like me to mention just briefly the McKinney EOC? I know we're going to talk about it in the board meeting, but.
Absolutely, yeah. That's a very important topic. It's in our DNA, so certainly.
Many of you know Louis Soto. He was kind of our liaison with the city of McKinney. He was a CERT member there, and he was trying to get a relationship going with the city of McKinney's EOC to have us man a ham site station at their EOC. They just recently, I guess in January this year, inaugurated their brand new EOC. It's just up the road here at the new fire headquarters building. It was in the combined fire and police headquarters building for a long time. So Louis and I have been talking back and forth, and I'm appointed by the club to be the public service member. There's Roy's on there, I think, and a couple others of us. So last week I had a meeting with the director of the EOC. I kind of greased the skids. I'm still involved with the Collin College Fire Science Program, so I talked to the fire chief who's responsible for the EOC a couple weeks earlier, so they're all absolutely excited to have us do this. So I toured the new EOC about a week ago. It is phenomenal. It is just amazing what they've done there, and they're still adding to their capabilities. But one capability they have, and I'll show it at next month's meeting, some pictures I took, but they have a separate amateur radio room just off the main EOC. So the main EOC is badge access only. Police, fire, EMS, and public, or in, what am I trying to say, emergency management. They're in there all the time, and all those people have to be cleared, and we are just immediately off of that. What they want to do is they want us to identify about 6 to 8 members initially that would be interested in staffing the radio room. They are equipping it. We don't have to provide anything other than the bodies. Louis gave them a list of equipment. Some, I think there were 2 ICOM 7300 MK2s on there. There's another ICOM digital UHF, VHF radio, antennas, the whole shooting match. So they've got it out for bid. They had a hard time finding somebody to do a turnkey operation for them. So they found somebody they think that will do it. They are waiting for the bid to come back from them to tell them how much it's going to cost them to do all this. And before they make the decision, they're going to send it to me, and Dave Pekarski and I are going to take a look at it and give them a recommendation. If they miss anything, need to add it, whatever. And this is going to be absolutely top-notch, state-of-the-art stuff. Really nice. Their room has 2 working stations in there, so it'll be 2 identically equipped setups. Just, you know, a really, really nice facility. Some of the things that we would have to do is every member would have to agree to a background check. It's a pretty simple check. It's not like you're doing a class 1 type of high security check for the government or anything, but it's just a basic background check. If you pass that and you go through an orientation with them, you would also need to complete 4 incident management courses that are offered by DHS. If you know any of those are 100, 200, 700, and 800. I asked about 300 and 400. They said no, but if they want to take them, 300 and 400 are classes you actually have to go attend, and those are typically harder to do. And it really is not necessary for us because most of that's field stuff. So those would be 4 online courses you'd have to take, the background check, and once you would complete all that plus their indoctrination session, you would then get a badge that would give you access to the back parking area of the building. So if you ever were going to respond there, you would have a secure parking area, get you access into the building, and get you access into the radio room. So that's just kind of the high-level stuff right now. We still have to talk about some more stuff at the upcoming board meeting this week. But if you're interested, come see me afterwards because we want to get this moving. The other thing they're asking is that any members that became a part of this group would need to have a roughly 30-minute response time to the EOC. And we still have to work out a whole bunch of issues and items about how we respond and, duty shifts and all that kind of crazy stuff. But if you're interested, just let me know and we'll give you more information at the next meeting. So anything else? Good. All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Dick, and thank you for coordinating that. Certainly, if you are interested, my response time would be about 5 minutes, Dick. I live pretty close to the EOC. I'm signed up? All right, awesome. Okay, any other new business? Anybody wants to bring something? So I need a motion to adjourn. KI5 LPO David. Motion to adjourn, seconded by Bob. Case. Thank you. K5 CRX. All in favor of adjourning? Any opposed and wants to talk more about business? No, okay. All right, thank you, everybody.